Hello, my dear friend. It's Paul here, sitting quietly at 80 years old, feeling the weight and the wonder of these years behind me and those still ahead. I want to share something that's been on my mind lately. The little sneaky dangers hiding in our homes once we cross that 70-year threshold. It's funny, isn't it, how the place you've called home your whole life can suddenly start feeling like a maze full of traps. When I turned 70, I thought, Paul, you've got this. You've lived long and learned plenty. But the truth smacked me like a rogue branch on a hiking trail. My eyesight started to play tricks on me. Suddenly, the lighting I once considered cozy was too dim, shadows lurking where I'd never noticed before. One evening, I was reaching for the hallway light switch and missed by a good inch. My foot caught on the corner of a rug I'd never thought twice about, and down I went. Not a fall that broke bones, thank heavens, but enough to remind me that time changes everything, including how safe our homes really are. From that day on, I made it my mission to light up every corner. Hallways, staircases, closets. I put in bright bulbs, added lamps where needed, even little night lights, so the dark wouldn't sneak up on me. It might seem overkill, but I'd rather have the place glowing than risk another trip that could send me to the hospital. Bathrooms are the other sneaky villains. Slippery tiles and wet surfaces might not seem like a threat to a spry 60-year-old, but at 80, it's a battlefield. I was stubborn about grab bars for years, thinking I didn't need that kind of help. Then came the morning I almost slipped getting out of the shower. I clutched at the towel rack, which was not made to hold the weight of a man who's lived 80 decades. That near miss was a lesson. I had sturdy grab bars installed right by the toilet and shower, and I can't tell you how much peace of mind that gives me. Those things aren't just for looks, they're lifelines. Smoke detectors. Oh, I used to ignore those little beeps when batteries ran low. One night, my battery died without me noticing, and I woke to the faint scent of something burning. Turns out my toaster had shorted out and started smoking. That scare made me religious about changing those batteries every 6 months. No excuses. It's such a simple step, but could save your life. And don't even get me started on carbon monoxide. That invisible gas is a silent killer. I installed the detector as soon as I heard how dangerous it is. The peace of mind it brings is worth every penny. It quietly watches over me even while I'm asleep. The kitchen, where I once cooked meals without a second thought, has become a place where I have to pay extra attention. Reflexes slow, and what was once second nature can become risky. I always turn pot handles inward now, never leave the stove unattended, and keep a fire extinguisher nearby. No more multitasking while cooking. I've learned the hard way that distractions in the kitchen can be dangerous. Electrical cords hiding under furniture and along walls are silent trip hazards. I had a few close calls, tripping over a cord and nearly falling face first into the couch. Organizing and securing those cords has become a priority. It's tedious work, but I'm proud of the effort. It keeps me on my feet. Clutter. Oh, the clutter. I used to be a pack rat, holding on to every newspaper, letter, and odd gadget, just in case. It piled up over the years, turning my home into a minefield of potential trips and falls. Sorting through it all was exhausting, but the clarity and safety that came afterward were worth every dusty box I hauled to the curb. If you're finding some of these thoughts useful or maybe chuckling at my missteps, take a moment to like this video. And if you want more from someone who's still figuring things out at 80, hit subscribe. I'm eager to hear your stories too. Drop a comment and let's look out for each other. There's more to it than just tripping hazards. Heating and cooling systems are critical. I ignored my furnace's annual maintenance for years until one particularly cold night when it stopped working. I shivered through the night, realizing just how important regular checkups are. Now I make sure those systems are serviced without fail. It's not just comfort, it's health. Rugs. They can be lovely, but they can also be treacherous. I caught my foot on curled edges more times than I cared to admit. Non-slip pads underneath rugs have been a simple fix that makes a world of difference. Cozy and safe, that's the goal. The furniture arrangement itself deserves a mention. I had to rearrange chairs and tables to create wider, clearer paths. The old setup was a cramped maze, and I never realized how much that contributed to near misses. Widening pathways means less weaving and more confidence walking around. Thresholds between rooms, those little raised edges you hardly notice until they catch your foot. One stumble with a full cup of tea is all it takes to remind you these things matter. I smoothed out or ramped up those thresholds to avoid future spills and falls. Electrical outlets at low heights became difficult to reach, so I invested in extension cords with switches at waist height. Simple, but it saves bending and twisting that can lead to losing balance. Technology has become my friend in this. Motion sensor lights have transformed the way I move around at night. Walking into a room and having it light up without fumbling for a switch, priceless. Emergency phones and alert systems are just as vital. I keep a phone close at hand everywhere, especially in the bedroom and bathroom. I also have a medical alert system. It's one of those things you hope never to use, but it gives you confidence knowing help is just a button press away. In the kitchen, I swapped out heavy cookware for lighter sets. I got an automatic shut-off kettle and timers that beep if the stove's been on too long. These small gadgets help keep the kitchen safe and stress-free. Floors need to be clean and dry all the time. Spilled water or food can become slip hazards quickly. Having cleaning supplies nearby helps me handle messes fast. My cat, as much as I love him, is a hazard sometimes. He darts underfoot unexpectedly, so I keep his toys and food bowls in designated spots to reduce surprises. Exercise is key. I do light stretching and walking every day. It keeps my balance and strength up, which reduces the risk of falling. Medication management is another important piece. With multiple prescriptions, it's easy to get confused. I use a pill organizer and set alarms so I never miss a dose or double up by mistake. Heat and cold sensitivity are real. I keep a fan in the summer and a heater in the winter, but always make sure they're placed safely and don't cause tripping or burns. Stairs, if you have them, require handrails and good lighting. I added bright, non-slip tape on the edges of each step. It helps my aging eyes see the steps clearly and gives my feet grip. Doorways were another surprise. Some were too narrow for my walker, so I had to remove a door or widen a frame. It felt drastic, but made a huge difference in my mobility. Listening to your body is crucial. If you feel unstable or tired, don't ignore it. Rest and ask for help when you need it. Our pride can be stubborn, but safety should always come first. Every one of these changes has made my home safer and my life easier. They aren't signs of weakness, but of wisdom, adapting to keep living fully and independently. I'd love to hear what you've noticed in your own home. Maybe you have tips or stories to share. Let's learn from each other. Sharing these experiences builds a community of care and understanding. We don't have to face these challenges alone. With these small steps, we can make sure our homes remain our havens, places of comfort, safety, and joy. I'm grateful for the lessons these years have taught me and hope my journey helps yours on yours. So here I am again, sitting in my favorite armchair, thinking about all the little things that make a big difference once you hit 80. You know, it's not just about avoiding trips and falls. It's about creating a home that supports your life, your memories, your daily joys, without turning into a minefield of hazards. One thing I hadn't thought much about until recently was the importance of clear signage and labels around the house. It sounds silly, right? But when your memory isn't quite as sharp and your eyes aren't as quick, having labels on cabinets, drawers, and even switches helps a surprising amount. For instance, labeling my medicine cabinet by day and time has saved me from double dosing or missing important pills. It's a small step that gives me control and confidence. And speaking of pills, Organizing medications with weekly pill boxes and setting alarms has become an essential part of my routine. Forgetfulness can be a sneaky foe, and it's comforting to know I won't mix things up and put myself at risk. Then there's the kitchen again. I've swapped out old appliances for safer, senior-friendly versions, things with easy-to-read controls and automatic shutoffs. My toaster now has a wide slot for thicker bread, and my kettle whistles a friendly tune when it's done boiling. I even replaced my old cutting board with one that has rubber grips to keep it steady. It sounds like overkill, but when you're 80, these little upgrades matter. Lighting in the kitchen got a boost too. Bright under-cabinet lights help me see what I'm chopping or stirring, reducing the chance of accidents. It makes cooking not just safer, but more enjoyable. Let's talk about furniture. Those deep, soft sofas that swallowed me up used to be my favorite spot, but getting up from them wasn't always so easy. I invested in chairs and sofas with firmer cushions and armrests sturdy enough to support me when standing. The difference is incredible. Less struggle and less risk of falling back into the cushions. Rugs again. I have several around the house to add warmth and softness, but they're all secured with non-slip pads and tape. One curled edge can mean disaster, so I check them regularly. And if you think about it, it's not just about rugs on the floor, but mats on the stairs or entranceways. Those need to be firmly in place. I also installed handrails along hallways where I sometimes feel unsteady, especially during colder months when joints get stiff. They're there if I need support, but I don't feel like I'm losing independence by using them. Technology has creeped into my life more than I ever expected. Voice-activated assistants help me set reminders, call family members, or even control the lights and thermostat without getting up. It's a blessing for days when movement feels slow and stiff. Emergency contact numbers are saved in easy-to-access places, and I've programmed speed dial for my doctor and closest family members. It's reassuring to know help is always just a button away. One thing many don't consider is the importance of fire safety beyond smoke detectors. I installed fire blankets in the kitchen and keep a fire extinguisher within arm's reach at all times. Accidents happen quickly, and being prepared can save lives. Outside the home, I made sure my pathways and porches have good lighting and even installed railings on steps. Wet leaves and snow can make these areas dangerous, so clearing them promptly is vital. And winter, cold weather brings its own challenges. I keep salt or sand handy to spread on icy patches and wear non-slip boots to keep my footing sure. I also have warm blankets and a cozy place near the heater for those cold snaps. A big part of staying safe is keeping the mind sharp. I do crossword puzzles, read, and keep up with current events. Mental agility helps with physical safety because awareness is key to avoiding accidents. Sometimes it's hard to ask for help, but I've learned that accepting assistance doesn't mean giving up control. Family and friends are more than willing to lend a hand with chores or repairs that are beyond my reach. I make a point to communicate what I need and appreciate every offer. Social connections also play a crucial role in well-being. Staying in touch with neighbors, joining community groups, or just chatting with friends keeps loneliness at bay and adds purpose to my days. Let's not forget the power of humor. Laughing at the little slips or mix-ups makes them easier to bear. I often joke about my senior moments and find that sharing those stories lightens the mood for everyone. I want to remind you that making these changes isn't about admitting frailty. It's about embracing wisdom and ensuring we can enjoy life fully on our own terms for as long as possible. So, as you think about your own home and life, consider these small but meaningful adjustments. They have made my world safer and more comfortable, and I hope they can do the same for you. I'm curious, what's one change you've made that made a big difference, or maybe a challenge you're facing? Sharing these experiences helps us all. Thanks for sticking with me through this long chat. It means the world to have someone to share these stories with. And remember, every step you take toward safety is a step toward freedom. Keep moving, keep smiling, and know that you're never alone on this journey.